Hello dear friends, this is Dr. Deeptesh Patel and I'll be teaching you Advanced Internal Combustion Engine. For this video session, we are going to see third part of the alternate fuels for IC engine. Particular for this video lecture, we are going to study the three different types of the alternative fuels such as ethanol, biodiesel, vegetable oil, and we are going to see them all in details. So let's begin with the ethanol. Now as you can see ethanol is an alcohol based fuel. We have also gone through the methanol, which is also considered as an alcohol fuel. So ethanol, which is also known as the ethyl alcohol, it is a quite popular fuel which has been used about many years ago. So like ethanol is a not a new fuel that has been introduced recently, but in 1880s Henry Ford has also used this to run the IC engine, and it was successful, but it has a certain drawbacks, and that's why it wasn't not up to the mark. It wasn't giving the efficiency not as compared to the gasoline fuels, and therefore it was dropped down. However, we didn't have a emission issue at that time, but nowadays since the global warming issue is increasing rapidly, there is a time to try and find the new alternatives to run the IC engine. So as we have seen for the methanol, ethanol can be also used with the mixture of ethanol and a gasoline. So E85 is considered as a primarily ethanol alternative fuels, in which 85% of ethanol is used while 15% of gasoline is used. Now as also we have discussed that the alcohol based fuels can be produced by many different ways. So ethanol is produced by fermentations of the vegetables and plant materials, which is available in a nature. And especially in India, since we have a lot of sugar factories, and the byproducts of the sugar cane is a molasses, so molasses can be widely used to produce the ethanol. Now molasses is the product which is produced after washing out all the chemical on the sugar, and it is also adequately available in India. Now the molasses production of the molasses would be done in three different stages, as you can see over here. First of all, the extraction of juice takes place from the sugar cane, then the fermentations of the juice would be done, and then in distillation process, after washing the sugar, we'll get the molasses out of the sugar, and that can be used to produce the ethanol. Now let's look at the environmental characteristics of the ethanol. So basically it is producing 30 to 50% less smog as compared to the gasoline vehicles. So the content of the carbon dioxide is less as compared to the gasoline engine. Also the air toxic emissions can also be reduced by 50% as compared to the gasoline, and the the major different emissions such as NOx, HC and CO can also be reduced significantly by using the ethanol. There is only issue that the combustion of ethanols produces, it's a minor amount of aldehydes, but that can also be resolved by using the special types of the catalytic converter in the vehicle. Although there is a major issue of using ethanol is a corrosion into the IC engine component. So that need to be look after, that need to be takes place while using the ethanol in IC engine. Now let's go through the advantages of the ethanol. As you can see, the first is a high anti-knock properties, because it has a high octane number, and therefore it is it can reduce the issues of the detonations and knocking in IC engine. One more thing is that there is no major modification required to supply the ethanol into the gasoline engines. For examples, that we have seen for the same as a methanol. So ethanol doesn't require any special modifications like we require the large modification in CNC, then biogas or in LPG. And the emission is also greatly reduced in the ethanol. Now let's go through the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that it has a lower calorific value as compared to the gasoline, as compared to the diesel. The second and major advantage is the corrosion, because ethanol produces react with the different component, and it can be very corrosive if we use it into the IC engine. So therefore proper tech should be taken against the corrosions. Then it has a issue with the poor cold weather starting problems as well, and there is a danger of storage take inflammability because of the low vapor pressure, because it can be converted into the vapor form. Even at the low pressure there is a chances of the fire, and there is a possibility of the vapor lock in a fuel delivery system, because it can easily convert it into the vapor form. It can easily change its phase even with the low pressure. So these are the disadvantages. Now let's jump into the next alternative fuels, which is biodiesels. Biodiesels petrol pump you might have seen in Gujarat, because we have so many biodiesels fuel station in Gujarat, and its popularity is also increasing day by day. Basically biodiesel is primarily made up of the from the oils and fats of the plant. However, uh, it could be used as a replacement of the diesel, but the blending of the biodiesel and diesels is quite popular at the moment, and that percentage is approximately 20% of biodiesels and 80% of diesel. So whatever the losses that we would have replacing the diesels can be covered up by using the blending. Now the process that we are going to see in a detail through the flow chart, but this process is known as the transesterification process, in which the fatty esters are formed, and then after the byproducts of the biodiesel is removed out of the biodiesels, and we can get the biodiesel such as glycerin uh, while producing the biodiesel or by processing the biodiesels. So glycerin can also be used for the pharmaceutical industries as a different or independent product. Now if you look at the environmental characteristics, biodiesel has a no aromatic content, and it only have certain traces of the sulfur. So right, the major emissions that has been occurs in the diesel engine, such as a large amount of CO2, smog, smoke, then NOx, HC, CO, that can be greatly reduced by using the biodiesels. And the issue of NOx emissions can also be reduced, that occurs in biodiesels, by adjusting the injection engine timing. So the product or the emissions that has been produced by the biodiesel can also be reduced by doing certain modification into the engine. Now let's go through the flow chart of the biodiesel production. So here you can see, first of all, the catalyst and the methanol is mixed into the vessel, such as the potassium or sodium is mixed with the alcohol. Then this mixture is allowed to be entered into the reaction, closed reaction chambers, in which the vegetable oils, cooking oils or animal fats are mixed. Now this vessel is kept closed from the atmosphere, so we can do the reaction process as quick as possible, and the losses of alcohol will also be greatly reduced. The temperature is kept in between or just slight above the boiling temperature of the methanol, that is around 160 degrees Celsius, and this process required at least 1 to 8 hours. So basically reactions takes place in closed vessels, and that is known as transesterification process. After that, it would be supplied into the next vessel for the neutralization process, in which the neutralizing acid is added to neutralize the mixture of catalyst and the methanol or the alcohol. Once the neutralization is done, the byproducts of the biodiesel is removed out of the crude biodiesels, and that would be taken into the separate flow lines. So the phase separations takes place, such as the separation of glycerin and biodiesel takes place based on the gravity, because the glycerin is lot more heavier as compared to the biodiesels. Then after, the crude biodiesels is taken for the purification process, and after the purifications, all the ethanol, all the methanol which has been mixed along with the biodiesels is removed, and that is recycled back to the first chamber into the catalyst mixing. Then after, we need to look into the quality control as well, whether it is good enough or not, whether it is not up to the mark or not. And once the quality is checked, methyl ester is obtained, which is the biodiesels. On the other way, if you look at the next line of the glycerin, after the phase separations, the byproducts is re-neutralized again with using the neutralizing acid, and then after, methanol has been recovered from that flow line, and it is supplied back into the first chamber. Once the recovery of the methanol takes place, all the remaining that we would have, that is crude glycerin, which is cured or which has been purified again, and then it can be used for the pharmaceutical industries as a glycerin. So this is how the productions of the biodiesels and the production of the glycerin takes place in this schematic diagram, in this flow chart. Now let's go through the advantages of the biodiesels. First advantage is that it is producing low emission as compared to the conventional fuel. Then it is biodegradable and non-toxic as compared to the gasoline or the diesel, as compared to the especially diesel, and the cost is also lower as compared to the diesel. Furthermore, it has a good anti-knocking properties. It is having the good or high cetane number, and one more advantage is that high lubricity. So these are the advantages of the biodiesels if it is being used as a alternative fuels instead of diesels. And biodiesels is quite popular at the nowadays, like peoples are using these widely as compared to the past. Then after, we have the next category, which is vegetable oils. Now India has a lot of natural places where we can get the lot of vegetable oils that can be used as a alternative fuels. Some of them has mentioned here, such as soybean oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil, palm oil, coconut oil, karanji oil, jatopra oil, and linseed oil. So these are the different natural products from where oil can be extracted, and that can be used as a alternative fuels in IC engine. Like, we have a few more than these, because like I haven't mentioned all of them, but we have a lot more other vegetable oils that can be used as a alternative. Now it has a certain advantages and certain disadvantages too. The first advantage is that it has a good calorific value and cetane number. If it is compared with the conventional fuels, it has a comparatively good calorific value, it has a good cetane numbers, and therefore it can be straightly used into the IC engine. However, certain disadvantages making these fuels to reformed again before it using into the IC engine. And the first disadvantage is that higher viscosity. It is highly viscous as compared to the conventional fuels, and therefore special types of the fuel injection system required. So that would be the major modifications required into the engine. Otherwise, if we use the vegetable oil into the same engine, then the line would be choke up. So therefore, we require the special type of engine, especially the fuel supply system for the vegetable oils. And second disadvantage is that carbon deposition tendency is high. right? It can produce more carbon deposition as compared to the conventional fuels. So these are the disadvantages of the vegetable oils. And like at the moment or currently there are a lot of research going on to use the vegetable oil successfully instead of the diesel, instead of the gasoline into the IC engine. However, people are making a lot of effort to do these oil to be replaced, though it has a certain issue at the moment. And like many people are working into the using of blending of the vegetable oils and the conventional fuels as a fuel in IC engine. So these are the different types of the alternative fuels that can be used or that can replace the conventional fuels, so we can reduce the overall carbon emissions into the atmosphere, we can reduce the global warming issue, and also the issue that we are facing, scarcity of the fossil fuel, can also be eliminated, and we can keep these resources for our new generation as well. So this is all at the moment in this lecture. If you have any doubt, you can write down in the comment box. Thank you very much.